Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So hope you all are doing good. In my last video I have discussed about the setting and the setup for the Appium when you got a new fresh system. So after that, how you will start, how you will make the configuration and the setup before starting the Appium automation using Appium. So today I will go into a little bit deep. So today I will show you how to use the Appium Inspector to identify the elements, and also I'll show you the use of TestNG, how we can use the TestNG for our Appium automation, and also how you can create the different methods or a little bit of utility files, how you can create, and a little bit progress with your automation. So how you can make a progress. Okay, so let's start. So the first thing is that suppose you have an app, so you have to identify the activity and the package name. So in my earlier video I have already shown you, so today I'll show you again. Okay, so you have to connect your device with your laptop or the computer, and you have to open the app manually, then open the console. Okay, just run this command. It will show you the first portion is that this first part is the app package name and second part is the app activity. But there is a problem, we cannot launch all the activities. So the activities, if you try to launch, I can try to launch the app using this activity, it may throw the error that you cannot launch with this activity. Okay, access denied. So you have to find out which activity you can launch. So I'm just closing the, this is the home activity for my app. So as you guys can see that I am using the Airbnb for the as a sample app I am taking for the automation. So I can use this package name remains same, you can see that, and the activity I am using the home activity of Airbnb. And also I want to mention here that Airbnb it's developed using React. So you can also check that, okay, these days everyone is looking for that, okay, Appium is we can use Appium use for React application or not. Yes, we can use Appium for React application. This is the proof. Okay, and another thing, so next, so in the next, if you download the new version of Appium, so earlier what we can see that if we click on this magnifying glass, so it will open the Appium Inspector, but these days it's not coming with the Appium server. Okay, so you have to download the Appium Inspector separately. So I have downloaded the Appium Inspector separately, but here is a trick. In the earlier we have to just start the Appium server, and after that we can directly use the Appium Inspector. But now you have to start the Appium server and you have to give the host, means the IP, and the port also here, and in the remote path as a /wd/hub, exactly same whatever we are using in our code. Same thing we have to provide in the Appium Inspector also, otherwise it will not able to connect. And all you guys can see that here is a entirely new thing they have introduced here. So if you uncheck this one, so it will go as like this. If I delete these things, this desired capabilities we have to provide to launch the app through Appium Inspector. Okay, as you guys can see, that is the desired capabilities. If I want to run like this, suppose I have saved this, I have unchecked the automatically add necessary Appium vendor prefix on start. If I want to start this one, it is giving us an error, invalid or unsupported WebDriver capabilities. So we have to make sure that Appium this checkbox needs to be checked, so that Appium Inspector can understand, okay, we are going to use the Appium server for our to launch the application. Once we check this one, and we are going to after that, if we click on the start session, if you can see that they have already added the Appium : as prefix for each of the desired capabilities. Now it is launching the app. You guys can see that it has launched the app and it has captured the first screen. Okay, So first screen, when I will launch the application using code also, it will launch like this. It will get this first screen. So I don't want to log in, so I want to close this one. So in the Appium Inspector, you can see if you place your mouse on that particular button or the area, it will show in a yellow color, light yellow color. If I click on that one, it is showing me that okay, it doesn't have any ID. It has a content description close, and the class is Android widget image button. Okay, it is Appium is already showing that okay, this XPath we can use. This is a unique one. We can directly use this one. In earlier, that we can directly search our XPath in using Appium Inspector. We have to choose XPath, though because there is no ID, so we cannot use the ID. We are using XPath as a locator strategy. That's why we choose as XPath, and we can paste the XPath here and we can search. It already identified, it is there. If we want to tap on that one, it's working. You can see that it closed that one. I clicked on done. So this is my screen. So now I have to identify another one. Suppose I want to search hotel, so I have to click on this one, this where we are going in the this text box. Actually, if I click on this one, yes, if I click on this one, here it is. Okay, we can directly get this one. Okay, we can directly use this XPath they have already provided. Now if I want to click on this explore, you guys can see that I am not able to do this one because there is a layering option is there, the moving part. Okay, there is a moving part is there. This help house, this is an widget. We can see there is a box, this is a view group, this one is another, not this one, this is another view group. There is multiple view group is there. Okay, so this is the problem of if we are launching the app which is built on any using any framework or technology just like that, React or Angular or Flutter or Kony, something like that. They are most of the cases they are using view group. So it is very difficult to identify on that time to identify any element. So what we can do now, we can manually search this element. Suppose if you can see that what I am doing, I am just expanding the frame layouts and going slowly one by one inside that one. If you can see that if I click on this frame layout, it is showing the same thing. Here also in the linear layout, it is showing the same thing. Let's go first in this one, inside this frame layout. You guys can see that there is so many frames are there. You guys can see that there is lots of only frame layouts you can see, and after that there is a view group. Inside that one also there is a view group and frame layouts. There is 3 different part we can see inside that one. Okay, so this is the first part. If you can go inside this one, you can see that there is a highlight option is there. It's showing in the left panel in the highlight portion. We can see this is a view group. Inside that one, nothing we can select. This is the last portion. If we can expand this one, there is a view group. inside the view group there is only one image is there, so there is no explore, wish list, trips, inbox, login. This button we cannot use from, we cannot get the expert from this one, so we have made something wrong. So no, not this one. Just close this thing. You can see that this view group is showing as a whole, this framework layout also showing the whole application. If you can go inside this one, this part is a bit tedious part and you have to be very careful during this part to find the XPath. Okay, so in this framework frame layout, you can see that we can see the top portion, this portion we can see inside this frame layout. So this is the frame layout. Inside this one only we can see the top one, so we can close this one. We need the bottom one, which is not also for us. If we can close this one, no, this is not done. So I'm closing this framework layout. I'm going to inside this linear layout. Now you can see that they are defining that this is a linear layout. Okay, it's very difficult and you have to be very careful. I'm saying again this word. Inside this linear layout, you can see in the top layer, in the topmost section of the XPath, if you go through the XML hierarchy, you can see that there is a framework frame layout and there is a linear layout. So inside the linear layout we can find there is a option, we can find the buttons. Okay, now this is the explore button. You can see the ID is also there. This is the wish list, this is the trips, this is the inbox one, this is the login one, what we want actually. So actually now these days they are using so many frame layouts actually for the laying. There is so many layers are available in the apps actually. If we have to click on, suppose on trips, okay, we can trips, we can use this XPath, or we can use directly this ID. Let's search this one. You guys can see that in the left panel it's already under the trip. Okay, now start with the coding. So this is how we can use the Appium Inspector. I'll come later again on this part. So now this is my code. Okay, I have already shown in my earlier video how we can start with this one. You can write the basic desired capabilities to just launch the app, or just write the basic codes. Okay, so I am giving a disclaimer here. So I am assuming that you guys already know about the Selenium, how to use the methods, you know this, how to use the find element, how to find the elements, or how to click on these things. Okay, so in this part, in this one, so I am going to use the TestNG. So in my earlier video I have shown through the main method. Now I am going to use the TestNG. So if you are going to use the Eclipse, so first you have to download the TestNG plugins. So from where you can download the TestNG plugins, you have to go to the help, go to the Eclipse marketplace, and make sure that you are not connecting with any proxy or anything. Just you have to be with an open internet so that it can directly download the TestNG or any plugins from marketplace. Once it's loaded, just search for TestNG, type and enter. It is not just like that we can type and it can search automatically. You have to click enter, you have to press on enter. So you can see that there is two options is coming, TestNG for Eclipse and more unit. We need the TestNG for Eclipse. You can install from here, it's already installed, that's why it's showing that it's installed. Okay, so otherwise if you click on any TestNG class, if you go the run as, you will not able to see that option that TestNG test. Now in the POM file you have to add the TestNG dependency. This is the TestNG dependency. This is the latest one, the 7.5. okay, you can just check the TestNG version from the Maven repository and you can get the dependency from there and you can just paste it here. I am using the TestNG 7.5. Here I am using three different things. You can see that in the before class I have named the method as a launch application. What I am doing that in the under the before class annotation I am writing this method launch application. Inside the method I am doing that I am just mentioning the desired capabilities, and after that I am initializing the driver. Okay, and I have declared the driver in the class level so that I can use inside the methods. And before class, why I am using before class, if you guys want to know, just go through some TestNG videos or anything, TestNG videos or TestNG documentation. So why I am giving a very brief description that before class I am using, inside the before class I am initializing the driver, because that if you have a multiple test method inside your TestNG class, inside your class, so before class method will be automatically called before any test method will be called, so that it will be automatically initializing the driver before any test method will be called. Now after that I am writing my automation code. So now you have to make your automation class just like your test scenario. Suppose you have a test scenario that you have to search for a property. So what I have to do here for the Airbnb, we have to launch the application. Suppose we will search the property without logging into the property, we will log in into the app. So first I will close the pop-up, the login pop-up, then I'll click on the search text box. I'll give some the location, any city name, and based on that I'll search. Okay, let's do a little bit of that one. So I have already written that what I am doing that. So I am doing the find element. I have already shown you that to close the login pop-up. Then I'm using the ID. Okay, for a validation, just make sure that okay, I'm in the same scale. That okay, if you see here, just a minute. Here, once you close the login pop-up, you will be in this home page, landing page here. So we have to make sure that we are in a proper page. So what I am doing that I'm just capturing this text, where are you going, this text, make sure to giving a assert validation of TestNG to make sure that okay, application launched properly. You can see I'm using the TestNG assert equals. So this thread.slave I am using purposefully to see that okay, I have launched. Otherwise you guys don't have to do this one. And inside the after class is same like the before class. If you have multiple test method, once every test method has been done, the work has been done, after that this method will call, and inside this method what I am doing that I'm quitting the driver, I'm closing the driver. Actually whatever driver instance is available, all the driver instance will be closed. Okay, so one place I have done already. Now okay, now I have to tap on this one, find element by dot id. We have already can use this one. Click on that one. First we have to click on that one, then okay. So now we need this element, we have to perform the action on this element multiple times. So first what I am doing that in this line number 44, I am finding this element, then I'm doing the get text, I'm fetching the text for that particular element, then I'm clicking on that element. After that I'll send text to that element. Okay, send a text to search for that one. So I need this element multiple times, so I can create a method, suppose like that, search text box. Web element. Now I can directly use this element. Let's check once again I'm doing the correct thing or not. Let's try to check the XPath. If I'm taking this resource ID, there is no text inside this resource ID, so I have to go inside that one. Suppose, okay, this is only a text view. I need this is a view group. Okay, so now I'm getting confused which one I have to use. So in this case you have to check very carefully. We can click on image view, we can click on the text view. Okay, we will try with the image view. Sorry, not with the image view, we need the text. We can use this one. Okay, this text view. We are going to use this resource ID as an ID. Okay, I'm using that one only. Okay, so first it will validate, then we'll click on this element. If we click, once we click on this element, it will take us to this page. Okay, now this one is a edit text. You can check the class. Okay, after that we can use this ID to enter the text. Driver dot find element. Suppose I'm searching for Dubai. Now let's run this portion of the code. Okay, if you can see that inside the run as, there is the option is coming TestNG test. Okay, why this one is coming? Because you can see that in the line number 41 I have written annotation test. This is the TestNG test. Okay, annotation. Just above the method I have declared in the line number 42 public void search property. So that's why it's coming, the TestNG test option is coming under run as. Let's run this test. Launch the app. So one thing you guys can notice here, the keyboard is keep opened. Okay, so this is a problem. You have to hide the keyboard. Earlier there was the option was coming that driver.hide keyboard, but in the new driver you will not able to find that method. You can try with this one. The method is not coming, the hide keyboard. So what we can do, we can use the Unicode keyboard, and just keep in mind this is only for Android. You have to just how you can use this one Unicode keyboard, you have to use on particular capability. And the capability name is Unicode keyboard. And so true. So it will install the Unicode keyboard if it is not present in your device, and it will activate that one. So what is the benefit of Unicode keyboard? If it is turned on in your device, so the keyboard will not open. Okay, so there is no option to hide, so you can directly use. Okay, let's try this one. You guys can see that there's no keyboard is opened. Okay, so what we have to do, that we have to click after this one. Let's open the app manually, search for Dubai. So we have to click on this one. Let's capture the element. Okay, so the connection has been lost with the Appium Inspector. Why? Because we have run the code, so it has established the separate thread with the Appium server, and this connection has been lost with the Appium server. So what we have to do, we have to quit this session and we have to relaunch, we have to restart this session again. App has been launched. If I refresh the source, so it's capturing. So we have to click on this one. I want to click on this one, the first option, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. There is a resource ID, means we can use this ID. Okay, so one thing, in Android we can use resource ID as ID. Okay, not the element ID, the resource ID. Okay. Click on this one. If we click on this one, this option is coming. Find a place to stay, find a monthly stay, find an experience. If we click on find a place to stay, we will click on this one. Let's capture that element. Find a place to stay. You can use this resource ID. If we tap on this one, so the date picker is coming. We will do till this one. Let's run the code. Okay, there is an error is coming. What is the error? It's not able to find this element, the last element. Okay, okay, we will fix this one. So it will not work. We have to quit this session and we have to start this session again. keep a bit of weight here, thread.slip, for suppose 1 second. We can use other weight also. For just demo purpose I am using the thread.slip. It's not a good practice. You guys can use the other weight, the explicit weight. Dubai, clicking on this one. Here I have to, okay, I have to click on this view group. Okay, earlier I have just taken that text. I'm taking this resource ID, the whole view group. And let's give a run. Now it's perfectly able to click on that one. So what I am assuming that there was a, it's working very fast, so that's why I'm giving a little bit of pause after clicking on the Dubai United Emirates, okay, Arab Emirates. So it needs a little bit of pause. So before to going to that next page, it's try to find the element. That's why it was failing. Okay, so I am using the TestNG. TestNG is also generating a report. If you go inside your code base, there is, you will find that there is a test output is there. Inside that one, just open this indexed HTML, open with anything you want. Okay. I am opening with the, so you can, this is a very basic report is coming. You can see the launch application search property. Okay, all the method name is coming such like that. If you have a multiple test method, okay, it will show you here, and it is showing the time also, duration also. Okay, and if you have, this is a default suite. If you have multiple suite, so you can see that one also. You can see the only the method. Okay, so this is it. You can start from here your automation journey. Hope you guys like this video. If you have any doubt, you can just do a comment on this video. I'll reply on that one. And for configuration, you can see my earlier video, and to make a progress on your automation, you can use this video. If you guys want if you don't have any experience in Selenium, if you are going to start with Appium only, so if you want the video on Appium, so that you guys don't know about the find elements, how to use the find elements and the click and the send keys, these methods, so just make a comment. I'll try to make a video on that one also. Thank you for today.